Right, today we've got 13 or 14 orders going out, so I'm going to get them packing and show you guys what they are. Also, somebody asked me about how do I pack my order, so I'll go through that a bit, and then I've got to go ship them all off, so let's get going. Welcome back. It's Monday morning, 6 a.m. Well, 6:30 now. Wasted a bit of time, but I need to get things going. No rest, so to speak, today, because I've got a long day in front of us. I've got about 13 orders I need to pack, so I'm just going to pick them all out, show you guys what I sold over the weekend while I was away, and then get them sorted, because I've got to do a few things. I've got to visit a few charity shops, grab a few things that, and then also I might have a deal with somebody who's doing a Amazon pallet for about 150 or 200 pounds. It's full of toys, so that looks interesting. I did see some pictures of some stuff on the top of it, so I need to go and have a look. I asked them, can I actually look through it before I buy it? They said yes. It's not far away. It's actually in Oadby, so I know some of you guys live in Oadby, so yeah, got to go through that. But let's go through what I sold first, get them ready, because post office will open soon, so I want to try and get there first thing. Sold this headset, nothing fancy. It's quite worn. It's basically a Logitech G332. Sold it for a couple of quid plus postage on top. Sat with me for a while. Nobody wanted it. Put it on a bidding, so it's all I got. But at least it's gone, right? Next up, we got some Mr. Potato Head. There's one that's like a Transformer style, but he's not complete. He's got one arm, one side missing. Otherwise, I could have got more. A Mrs. Potato and a few accessories. That's gone for £5.19 plus postage on top. Eastpak bag, good condition, sold for £9.50 plus postage. I paid £1 for that. Brilliant, it's money. A few flops on auction, sold for 99p. That's from Transformers. I believe it's we sold the Fallen from Transformers. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a flop. Sells normally for £8, £10 even. Mine's only sold for 99p plus postage, but you know what, I'll take it. And then this is also gone for 99p. This is the reason why I don't like auction, but you know what, I've had it for a bit, and it's basically the Build-A-Bear Workshop Disney Princess. Name is just Princess Bear. Apparently with the bubblegum disc, but yeah, 99p. I think this is going on global shipping. Bargain for somebody, because I paid about, I think, 17 or 18 pounds with shipping, which is not too bad. Then we sold this Instax Mini 9, just like new inside. Nothing's been touched. I don't know if somebody was gifted it and then didn't want it, but yeah, that's gone for £50 plus postage on top. A Microsoft controller. This is the Sidewinder Precision Pro. It comes with both the USB adapter and the game port, I believe it was. Yeah, tested it, perfectly fine, everything works, buttons, controller, all the functions. Sold that for £8 plus postage on top. So yeah, good pickup. You can find these at Carbits really cheap, so I would say if you can find it for cheap, most of these Sidewinders, anything Microsoft controllers, etc., will normally sell. I've sold nearly all of my flight control decks that I've had, and they've all gone really quick all the time. Is that because people just abuse it, right, and then end up breaking it, and then they want to buy another one? Is that why people want to keep buying its replacements? If only I could read my own future. This tarot kit has sold for £9.99 plus postage. It's going on the global shipping to Australia. This was classed as a book at the charity shop, so it was priced quite cheap. Picked it up, but yeah, didn't even stay there for long. Somebody just bought it within, I believe, 2 days or something like that. So brilliant. It seems like these tarot kits sell quite easily as long as it's complete. The easiest sales I can get always, it's ink cartridges, genuine ink cartridges. Picked this up for £1. This is the 364XL by HB, and actually expired in August or it tells you recommended use by date August 2018, but they normally are fine. Sold this for 20 quid. Everybody else is selling for about 30, but they were still in date. I've listed mine as 20, gone within the same day. Monopoly Juniors sold for £7 plus postage on top. Bought this for, I believe it was £2. But yeah, that's still sealed. And the funny thing is, the person on the eBay, he must be wanting to sell it again. So he mentions, make sure to pack it well. I mean, I've literally made about £3-4 on it. And he wants me to package it well, extra well, and apparently post it so that it doesn't have any marks or creases on it. I'll try my best. This Wallace and Gromit talking alarm clock has sold for £10 plus postage. These are quite good. I mean, if you see them for cheap, buy them. If you're expected to pay anything more than £10, I wouldn't pick them up because they're slowly declining in sales. There are different versions of these that you can basically stack next to each other. There's like bookends, etc. They also have an alarm clock. There's even one that has a built-in radio that you can switch on. But yeah, this is not bad, considering I paid about a couple of quid, I think, on that one, just because it was a bit damaged on the box and they didn't know if the clock works. Here comes a banger of sale. So this little kit that was classed as an RC kit, I bought it for £10 time ago, and a good friend of mine is into RC cars, or rather models, etc. So I gave it to him to have a look at it. He couldn't get it because it needed a transmitter, etc. And then he gave it to me back after a while, and I've had it in my car for a long time. I would say probably for a couple of months it was just sitting in a corner in my car. Eventually decided to list it as untested, and this is what it is. It's a Team Losi. I think it's an American brand, and the car at the moment needs to be tied down. But yeah, that's how it looks like. It's got proper suspension, etc. On all the sides. Comes with loads of spare parts, wheels, different types of wheels with different grip, and spare motors inside, spare screws. I looked up the brand. These were selling for about £300 brand new. I've listed as untested because I didn't have controller to check or charger to actually charge it up. So just listed it as it is, and I got £107. So that's the biggest profit at the moment for this week. In one of my last videos, I did have somebody comment saying, I'll put your name on there, commenting about, right, how do I actually pack my orders. So I use a few different things. First of all, I've got, if I turn you around here, I've got different sizes of boxes. So I try and have some medium, some small size. So these are boxes. I've only recently started buying these kind of boxes, and prior to this I would just get used boxes from Tesco, Co-op, any shops really. Even my vape shop has really nice boxes, and they I just talk to them and say, you know what, can you give me some behind? And I do. They help me out. So yeah, it's brilliant. Flawless Vapes, for example, get my boxes from there sometimes when I pop in. But recently I found a guy who also sells these boxes for quite cheap, and these are brilliant because they look a bit more professional, if you know what I mean. I always get good feedback on most of the boxes that are like this, but sometimes I just go for second-hand boxes, boxes from Tesco, Asda, anywhere really, anywhere where I pop in, I'm shopping, I'll be walking around. Tesco's always good because they've got the cages outside with the cardboard. If you walk in and just help yourself to it and just let somebody know that you're taking boxes, they don't mind because they're getting rid of it for you. The other thing I use is I use packing paper sometimes, but I've run out at the moment. So if I do run out, I normally just use bubble wrap. So I get these bubble wrap from Amazon. There's a guy on video on YouTube that's actually testing these to say that they're not really 100 meters, so this is supposed to be 100 meters, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's about 60%, right? So yeah, when he finds a good supplier, I'll probably start buying from them. But this costs about £10 for what's assumed to be 100 meters by 500, I believe. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to pick them up, they get delivered to my home from Amazon. I also use small bubbles, bubble envelope. That's basically these for anything where, you know, I can just put them in there. Like the ink, for example, I'll just whack them into one of these and that should be fine. Even the figure, I'll put into this, should be fine. And then for any clothing, etc., you can get some of these envelope style plastic bags from Amazon again, and they have a sealer on top. It's handy. They're not that expensive. I think this was about 100 or something for like £6 or £8. So yeah, for example, the bag, I'll just whack it into this, ship it off. Even this, I can just put some cardboard on top to make sure it's protected, bubble wrap it, whack it into this, send it off. So they're the easiest methods to actually pack. So let's start doing it. So yeah, I'll just grab one of these. I mean, something like that, it's easy. It's already lined with bubble wrap inside. So I will just whack it in there. And that's sealed. And then I'll just stick this label on top. And that's all done. And then we got these boxes, pretty easy to make. They come like that. Most of them just fold. I mean, I get these cheap because they're made by a big company that makes packaging, but these are basically the stuff that's slightly wrong or failed quality control. So for example, if you look at it, it has a few issues where that side is a bit bigger than this side and this side. So basically where they've stuck it on, where the machine has done the job, it's not done it correctly. So you can see that little overhang. So obviously it's failed quality control at the from the buyer. So therefore it's actually cheaper than normal. So that's the reason why I try and get these, because for me they do fine. And then I normally have a tape roller. It's handy to have one of these. You should have one of these. It makes life easier. You can get them in different varieties. I just like this one. This one I think was from an ex-Amazon company. I got loads of these, so you know, these are brilliant, and this has a bit of a pull strength to it as well, which is good. So I start normally off with stick one over there, and that kind of holds the bottom, and then open it up. Make sure the space is enough for me. For example, I want to get all of these in here. Clearly doesn't fit, but we can work around that. Let's do it in a different way. So Let's get some bubble wrap in there. And then what we can do is, obviously Mr. Potato has a few slots inside. We can stuff a few in there. Make it a bit slimline. Then all of a sudden his height doesn't really matter. It's all about making sure that you save your cost a bit, because you don't want to end up having to use up a bigger bottle box, because I've done that many times where I've misjudged the initial box and then I've had to actually pay a bit up extra to use a bigger size in box. So for example, we can get that down a bit more. So we managed to fit it in, and then just seal it up. And then this is why this is handy, because you can just do this. I normally go on a cross, make sure the bottom is crossed out as well. The initial tape was only to actually hold it down a bit. And then I go across on this on the sides. You can use this to flatten the whole area as well, a bit quicker than actually, or the other way you can just do it, just run your hands over it. So that's done. That's how I would do it, and then I'll just put it on scale, make sure it's within the limit, and then whack a label on it, and it's gone to shipping. I also have this, I'll show that in a minute, which is my box resizer. I use it most of the time if I'm using big boxes or custom boxes. I've ended up ordering the wrong size of shipping thermal paper. I've ordered the 500 size instead of the 250, and yeah, the 500 doesn't fit in my printer unless I use an external roll holder, which I haven't got to hand right now. So I'm just gonna make my own custom small size. It's gonna take me a while I roll it, so I don't have to do it again for a while. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this till I have a nice size, and then put that in the printer and then make it work again. So yeah, that's the 500 one. I'm supposed to buy the 250. The thing with the 500 roll is it's way cheaper than a 250. So I'm gonna make the most of it and actually keep using it for a bit till I run out, and then I'll probably buy it again because I'm still saving money. It's even labeled as Royal Mail inside, so. So I don't really need to use this for this one, but I'll show you guys how I use it. It only cost me, was it £20 one-time purchase, but basically lets you adjust the height depending on how you want it. So there's a little blade here that you basically go around. And then you would just do a few cuts in the corner. And then fold it. Obviously you can still do it the old way, which is just put it in there and then just whack it against it. It doesn't work on all things, but when you have a perfect flat surface like that, it's nice and easy. But if you've got something that's different shape, then obviously it's not easy. That's why I use this little box reshaper tool, but you could do it that way as well. And then these little holes now that are appeared from the thing can be folded up. It works really well when you have big size boxes that you want to turn into smaller size boxes than actually what I'm showing as an example. Yeah, it's gone a bit smaller than what it was before. I think it's time to turn the heating off. It's getting a bit toasty in here. That's another one done. I'm not going to bore you with the rest. I'm just going to get packing because I've got about maybe an hour and a half left before I need to head out. So it's only 3 parcels done, another 10 or 11 left. So I'm going to get on with it. That's it. My parcels are done. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was too boring, comment below. If you want something else, let me know. But yeah, at the moment we've had about, I think, just about 13 orders. So obviously the RC car was the biggest money maker. Maybe I should have listed it way before, but then again, sometimes that's the best thing to do. I try and, you know, pick a few items and list the things that I can work out that'll bring me some money. So it's all about keep it rolling, and then I've always got extras that way. But that's me out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, I'm trying to get 500 subs, which is obviously an important step for any YouTuber, any person on YouTube, and I'm doing the same. So 500, then obviously try and get 1,000 afterwards. But it's gonna be a slow progress, I guess, for me. But if you liked the video and you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe now, and obviously comment below, like it, follow it, and join me on my next video, which is going to be some finds that I've had, loads of it, but I just have not videoed it or gone through it because of work, and then obviously being away for the weekend. So join me on the next one. Thank you. See ya.